One of the most expensive places I've ever visited is the Burj Al Arab in Dubai, which is considered one of the most luxurious hotels in the world. I visited it last year with my family during our holiday trip to Dubai. The Burj Al Arab is known for its unique sail-shaped structure, which makes it one of the most iconic buildings in the world. Even before entering, you can feel how exclusive the place is just by looking at it from a distance. What makes it so expensive is the high level of luxury it offers. The hotel rooms are massive and elegantly designed with the finest materials, such as marble floors, gold accents, and exquisite furniture. Everything about the hotel screams luxury. The staff-to-guest ratio is also very high, which means you get personalized service, with butlers and staff attending to your every need. Moreover, the restaurants inside the hotel are run by Michelin-starred chefs, which means the food is world-class, but it comes at a price. Even though I didn't stay at the hotel, I had the opportunity to dine at one of the restaurants, and it was an unforgettable experience. The atmosphere was serene, and the view of the Arabian Gulf from the dining area was breathtaking. Visiting the Burj Al Arab made me feel amazed, as I had never seen such a high level of luxury before. However, I also felt that while it was impressive, it's a place that's really meant for the ultra-wealthy. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but I don't think I would spend that much again just to visit a place like that. One of the longest car journeys I've ever taken was a road trip from my hometown to Manali, which is a beautiful hill station located in the northern part of India. I went on this trip with my family about 2 years ago, and the journey took us around 12 hours to complete. We decided to go by car instead of taking a flight or train because we wanted to enjoy the scenic beauty along the way. The route to Manali is filled with picturesque landscapes, including lush green valleys, winding mountain roads, and rivers running alongside the road. The journey itself was both challenging and fun. We had to drive through some narrow and steep mountain roads, which were a bit tricky at times, but the stunning views of the Himalayas made it all worthwhile. We stopped at a few small towns and roadside cafes to take breaks, and each stop added to the charm of the trip. We also played music in the car, sang along, and shared stories, which made the long drive more enjoyable. Even though the drive was tiring, especially towards the end when we were nearing Manali, the excitement of reaching our destination kept us going. The cool mountain air and the sight of snow-capped peaks as we entered Manali were the perfect rewards for such a long journey. Looking back, I feel it was one of the best road trips I've ever had because it gave us the chance to bond as a family while enjoying the natural beauty of the region. It also reminded me that sometimes the journey is just as important as the destination. One particular situation when I helped a stranger occurred about 6 months ago, on a rainy afternoon. I was on my way back home from work when I saw an elderly man struggling to cross the street. It was rush hour, and the road was busy with cars. The rain had also made the road slippery, and this man seemed quite unsteady on his feet. He was standing by the side of the road, hesitating, looking confused and vulnerable as the cars whizzed by. At that moment, I felt a sense of urgency to help him. It was clear that he needed assistance. The man had a cane in his hand and looked to be in his late 70s. He was holding a small grocery bag, and the rain was drenching him as he stood there. I immediately rushed over to him, offering to help him cross the road. He seemed a little startled at first, but then smiled, grateful for the offer. I held his arm gently and waited for the traffic to ease before guiding him across the street. As we crossed, I noticed that he was struggling to walk even with the cane, and his hands were shaking slightly, perhaps due to the cold or the difficulty of walking on the wet pavement. We moved slowly, and I made sure that he was safe every step of the way. Once we had crossed the street, I asked him if he needed help getting home. He lived just a few blocks away and said he could manage the rest of the walk. However, I insisted on walking with him, as the weather was getting worse and I didn't want him to slip or fall. On the way to his home, we talked a bit, and I learned that he was a retired teacher who lived alone. He was very thankful that I had stopped to help him, and we even shared a few laughs as he told me about his life experiences. After helping him get home, I felt a deep sense of satisfaction. It wasn't a grand act, but it made a big difference to someone in need. Helping a stranger made me reflect on how important it is to be aware of the people around us, especially those who might need assistance but are too shy or hesitant to ask for it. Acts of kindness don't have to be huge. They can be as simple as helping someone cross the road or lending a hand when they need it the most. One important skill I've learned is time management. I started developing this skill during my high school years when I had to balance multiple responsibilities, including my studies, sports, and family commitments. At that time, I found it difficult to juggle everything, and I often ended up procrastinating or feeling stressed because I wasn't managing my time effectively. I quickly realized that if I didn't get organized, I would continue to fall behind, which would affect my performance and well-being. I realized the need for time management when I began to feel overwhelmed by the number of tasks I had to complete daily. I started by making a schedule and setting priorities for my tasks. Over time, I learned to break big tasks into smaller, manageable steps, which made everything feel more achievable. I also set realistic deadlines for myself, ensuring that I gave adequate time to both important and routine tasks, avoiding burnout. By learning how to allocate my time properly, I was able to create a better balance between my academic workload, extracurricular activities, and social life. This skill has been very important in my life. It has helped me stay organized, avoid procrastination, and meet deadlines without stress. Whether it's handling my academics, job, or personal commitments, managing my time effectively has allowed me to stay productive and calm under pressure. It has also given me the confidence to take on more responsibilities, knowing that I have the tools to manage them efficiently. I've found that mastering time management has not only improved my productivity, but also enhanced my overall quality of life, allowing me to focus on what truly matters. One challenge I successfully overcame was public speaking. A few years ago, I was terrified of speaking in front of an audience. I remember during a school presentation, I froze and couldn't get my words out. It was an embarrassing moment, and I knew I had to work on it. That experience made me realize that public speaking was something I couldn't avoid, whether in school, university, or my professional life. Avoiding it wasn't an option, and I needed to overcome this fear to move forward. To overcome this, I started practicing speaking in front of a mirror and gradually in front of small groups of friends and family. I also attended a few public speaking workshops to improve my confidence and learn some techniques. Slowly, I became more comfortable, and now I can speak in front of a large audience without much fear. In addition to practicing, I also focused on my breathing techniques and posture, which helped me manage my nerves better when speaking in front of a crowd. I would visualize myself succeeding before each presentation, which gave me a mental boost. I felt incredibly proud of myself for overcoming this fear. Public speaking is now something I enjoy, and it has opened up new opportunities for me, like leading group discussions and giving presentations at work. I've realized that the more I practice, the more natural it becomes, and I no longer feel the same anxiety that once held me back. This transformation has significantly boosted my confidence in other areas of my life, and I now embrace challenges that involve speaking or performing in front of others. A significant change that recently took place in my locality is the construction of a new public park. This change occurred about 6 months ago, and the park is now fully operational. It has walking tracks, a children's play area, and plenty of green spaces for people to relax. The park also features beautiful landscaping with trees, flowers, and benches, making it an inviting place for people to spend time outdoors. Before the park was built, there were very few places where residents could gather and enjoy nature, so this was a highly anticipated addition to our neighborhood. The park was built as part of the government's initiative to improve urban living conditions and provide a space where people can exercise and spend time outdoors. Our area didn't have many public spaces before, so this was a much-needed addition. It has also become a hub for community activities such as morning yoga sessions, weekend markets, and small social gatherings. Local schools often bring students to the park for outdoor lessons, and the presence of a well-maintained space has made our locality more appealing to families with children. I feel that the park has had a positive impact on the community. People of all ages are now seen using the park, whether for exercise or just to unwind. It has made the locality more lively and has encouraged healthier lifestyles, which I think is a great benefit for everyone. Moreover, it has fostered a sense of community, as people who live in the area often meet and socialize while enjoying the fresh air. The park has undoubtedly improved the overall quality of life in our neighborhood, making it a vibrant and welcoming space for all.